Okay, the garage is a mess. It's nasty and cold outside, Michigan in January. I've posted at least one, maybe two videos about my little Honda Ruckus. Her name is Lola. She's doing well. But this video is to introduce this little beastie. Tentatively, at the moment, called Libby, because she might wind up being a WLA Liberator homage. Obviously, she's an 80s UJM, specifically a 1984 Honda Magna V65, an 1100cc, again, beastie, that in her day was a Guinness Book of World Record holder as the fastest production motorcycle. I picked her up in a scrapyard for $50. Comes with everything. The gas tank is not in horrible condition. Needs some derusting, but it's relatively intact. The seat is horrible. The rest of her is, I believe, salvageable, rebuildable. There's little bits of surface rust, but nothing horrible. This is the project. She has no title. I pulled the back brake off because the back wheel was not spinning. Well, guess what? It wasn't the brakes. The back wheel still does not turn. Front wheel turns, rolls about 80% of the time. Good odds. That's it. That's what I know about her so far. I know more of the specs and details, but I don't know what condition her motor's in. I don't know what condition. Well, I have an idea that her electrical condition is not great because of these two little switches right there. Those are absolutely not stock. So when I get to that stage, I am going to have to completely tear the electrical apart to figure out what those are for. Was there a reason that needs to be fixed? Or was it just some kill switches? When I first laid eyes on her, she had about half of a highway bag still hanging off the back seat there, and some straps for what looked to be a cargo tank bag of some kind. She's got a few extra bits and pieces on her. Nothing outrageous. Theoretically, less than 18,000 miles. Or sorry, 1,800 miles. Correction, 1,800 miles. I don't necessarily believe that, but the rest of her is in decent shape for her age, for her pedigree, i.e. scrapyard, $50. This is just documenting her condition now. Okay. Yeah. I know she's a mid-80s UJM, big engine. I've got bunches of projects to work on, but I saw her. I couldn't pass it up. At the moment, the ideal is, not the ideal, the idea, maybe, we'll see. I was looking at some pictures of bobbers made out of this particular vintage. And some of them reminded me a little of the WLAs, the World War II military bikes. So that's my idea at the moment, is to turn her into something of a bobber slash World War II military inspired build. The two-up couch of a seat has got to go. That thing is hideous. This whole back end, I just never fell in love with the 80s to early 90s motorcycle aesthetic with stuff like that on there. So that's all going to have to go. Probably just, eliminate all that. See how much of the frame can be, instead of just chopped off, turned into a luggage rack, relocate some of the electronics, that kind of thing. There's a quote-unquote reserve gas tank. That is actually a source of a lot of the rust on her. That might just get eliminated entirely, make space for the electronics in that area, behind some basic fabricated cover plates. This is all kind of a work in progress, a design in progress in my head. But for now, let's welcome Libby, the Scrapyard Liberator, to the stable. All right, that's it for today.